Welcome to the chart. Money never sleeps, and the forex market is a testament to this statement. The forex market runs 245, that is from Sundays till Fridays, and this means that there are loads of opportunities all through the day, throughout the working days of the week. Nevertheless, not all times are created equal in the forex market, as some times tend to have less opportunities than others, and sometimes tend to have more opportunities than others. Sometimes tend to be quieter than others, and sometimes tend to be fast paced than others. So, knowing the optimal times to engage in currency trading can be very useful for a trader in maximizing potential profits and minimizing losses. So, the fundamental question comes to mind: when is the best time to trade? Obviously, if you are an experienced trader, you will feel the session overlap at the best time to trade. That is when the Asian session overlaps with the London session. That is 8 a.m. London time to 9 a.m., which is the shortest overlap. If you guess that, you are half right. And the second overlap is the overlap of the London session with the New York session, which is 1 p.m. London time to 5 p.m. If you guess that, you are also half right. As earlier said, not all times are created equal in the forex market. The worst time to trade, in my opinion, that must be avoided at all costs is the Asian session, as this session is the market maker's trap. Just as the saying goes, they muddy the water to make it seem deep. At the opening of the market, it is near impossible to have a clear direction of where the market heads to for the day, as the Asian session usually is a trap for where the market makers are likely to hunt the stops of retail traders. That is why patience is a virtue in trading. Impatient traders trade every session, trade every minute, trade every pattern, trade every pair, trade as much as they can. While patient traders stay away from the market but seize the best opportunities. Who wins, who loses? Who loses, who wins? The impatient trader gives his money to the patient trader. So back to our discussion. The best times to trade begins at the London session, because during the London and Asian session overlap, which is 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., we have increased liquidity. The pairs move in intended direction at a very fast pace with very wide range. We have potential for increased volatility. More volatility means more trade opportunities. However, not much of a trading volume, because during this period the Asian traders are closing their positions and the European traders are opening their positions. Nevertheless, good opportunities arise during these times, and the pairs that are usually affected are the JPY pairs and the Euro pairs. At this time also, we have economic data coming from Asia and Europe, which influences the market from a fundamental perspective. Furthermore, another good time to trade is during the London and New York overlap session. However, you must avoid the late New York session, as this is another market maker's trap, because at this time we have the leftover of the market. So the best time to trade during the overlap is 1 p.m. London time to 4 p.m. because there is something fascinating that happens at 4 p.m. Your mentors wouldn't tell you this. We have the spot benchmark rate, which is determined at the London fix by 4 p.m. Prices for currencies are fixed because commercial transaction, banks, financial institutions, they use these rates to transact for the rest of the day. This is used as a daily rate to set currency exchange rates. They use it to determine the prices used in corporate foreign exchange transactions. And this is a very interesting activity that occurs at 4 p.m. So traders who are very experienced with technical prowess can capitalize on using what happens before and during this period of time, which is 4 p.m. London time. So from the market open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., in my opinion, those are the best times with the best opportunities. Can you trade the late New York session? That is left to you. Can you trade the Asian session? That is left to you. And that is the beauty of the forex market. Nobody controls what you do. You have 100% autonomy on whatever you want to do in the market. But in my opinion, and in my 20 years experience of trading, that is the best piece of advice that I can give. Plan your trade your plan, and most importantly, manage your risk. If you find this content useful, like, follow, share, subscribe,